Hello friends, you are currently witnessing the wonder and beauty of night sky petunias. I've been to the garden centre today and I just couldn't come away without buying some of these. I'm sure you can see where they get their name, but aren't they just extraordinary flowers? I think we should all just take a moment to appreciate them. Down here I've pulled up a few more of my onions. Most of them have bolted now, and I've not had any particularly large bulbs, but never mind. Moving on. Into next year we're going to have lots and lots of purple sprouting broccoli in this area here, where the onions are now. Love broccoli. Meanwhile, I've finally planted out my horseradish. I've gathered enough compost and soil into this area to make a space deep and high enough to put this plant, because the whole point of horseradish is for the root, which you dig up and make into a sauce. That's something I would like to try. Hence why I bought the plant, and there it is. So I'm going to give that plenty of space. But I think somewhere in this area, when I do clear it back, I'm going to put one of the other things I bought at the garden centre today, which is fennel. Because of course you grow that for the bulb, but also for the leaves, and you want to get nice big fat bulbs to make in a soup and stew and things like that. So I'm going to need to give them a fair bit of room. So somewhere in that area where the horseradish is, that's still quite uncultivated. Because if you remember, on the other side of this plank here that I put just to mark out, this is the area where you get all those beautiful ink cap mushrooms growing in the autumn, and I don't want to do anything to really get in their way. So there's going to be nothing much else that I'm going to plant to the right of the horseradish, but over here between that and the strawberries, and I've cleared away these buttercups and all the sticking grass and the blackberries when they've died back. I thought I'd leave them at least a fruit for this year. Seems fair enough. Some of them might be raspberries actually. Anyway, once I clear that space out, I've got room for some other things, and I think one of those is going to be fennel. Strawberries are spreading, whether I want them to or not. I've got all those on that plant, that's good. They're sending out their runners all over the place already, you can see there. So I'm going to have some baby plants right along the edge here of this new bottle border. all the wood was rotting away, so I've been gradually taking that off, breaking it down and putting it over there on the path. So I've got some wood chip there. This wood chip here though is just what I've gathered from the big pile over by the gate. I've got to say I'm not a big fan of the whole wood chip on top of black plastic solution, but I can completely see why people do it, and I have no problem with you doing it. It just, I don't know, I don't like to suppress weeds too much. I think they have their place and you should let them grow. Having said that, it's entirely appropriate to want to keep them at bay. And this area here is actually another raised bed that I haven't used this year, so I don't want it to get completely overgrown in time for next year. That would just be unnecessary. So, things are looking a bit tidier in this area, don't you think? All good stuff.